Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my meal prep. So as you see, I have some Tupperware here that I got from Walmart. I think I got it for like $6. It's like a box of 32 pieces or something like that, 30 to 35 pieces. But get whatever Tupperware fits for you. You can also get Tupperware at the dollar store as well. So we're gonna have all our ingredients. So what I normally do is I have lunch and dinner. I actually have meals for lunch and dinner, and I have a shake or I have oatmeal in the morning for breakfast. So what I'm going to be cooking today will be my lunch would be grilled chicken or baked chicken, green beans, and a potato. And then for my dinner, I am going to have like this sort of Chipotle inspired chicken bowl. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my pan, which will be my grilling pan. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to put that in my pan, and then I'm going to begin to kind of sear or grill my chicken on the stove. So now that we have our chicken in the pan and it's grilling on both sides, so just make sure that you flip it maybe about 5 minutes in between. You don't want it to be fully cooked because we're going to put this chicken in the oven. So to season my chicken, I use a chicken seasoning, and this is all either low sodium seasoning or no sodium seasoning. So use what works for you. So I use, like I said, I use the chicken seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. No salt because I already have enough seasoning on my chicken as it is. So do it to your liking. This is what works for me. So now that these pieces of chicken are grilled on both sides, we're going to go ahead and pop this onto a tray. Line it with either olive oil and then put your baking sheet on, or you can just line your pan with olive oil and just put the chicken on it, whatever works for you. But I just use the aluminum foil. It makes it easy for easier cleanup. So pop all your pieces of chicken on the pan, and then we're gonna go ahead and put that into the oven. Now I know this chicken does look pretty cooked, but the inside is not cooked. You can even open or cut open your chicken to tell for yourself. So we're gonna pop this into the oven for about another 20 minutes, and then your chicken should be done. So in the meantime, while our chicken is still cooking in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and start on our brown rice. Now you can use white rice, brown rice, jasmine rice, whatever rice works for you. You might want to put the rice on earlier if you're using brown rice, because it does take 45 minutes. At least the brand that I have takes 45 minutes to cook. So as you can see, I have that in the pot over to the left, and then also I put the black beans on as well. So about 10 minutes in between this, I go ahead and flip my chicken again, so that way it can cook evenly, and then I'm gonna go back to finishing up my beans and my rice. Okay, so now my beans should be pretty much done. Those take about at least 10 minutes to cook, but follow the directions on the back of the can. I use canned beans. You just rinse them and then put them in the pot, or you can leave the bean juice, I don't even know if that's what they call it, the bean liquid in the with the beans, and then put it on the stove. Whatever works for you. So I'm also using corn. You can use frozen corn, you can use fresh corn, you could use whatever works for you. I used about maybe 2 cans of corn because as I am cooking for 5 days for my dinner. So your chicken should be done at this point. So we'll go ahead and take this out and let it cool and let it rest, so that way the juices will still be present in your chicken. So while that's cooling, go ahead and get another pot and put your green beans on, and then I add just a tiny bit of salt to my green beans, and then also I use a little bit of celery salt to bring out the flavor, and then I will be adding just a tiny bit of butter later once my green beans are done. So go ahead and get that going. So right now you should have your rice going, your beans are done, your corn should be almost done, and now you'll have your green beans on. Chicken is done. So we're getting just a little bit closer to finishing up this meal prep. So as you can see, the corn is pretty much done. Green beans are pretty much done. All this only takes maybe at least 10 minutes to cook or less. But like I said, follow the packaging on your food or cook it the way you like it. But also, nothing's better than a taste test to even know that your food is even ready. Okay, so also I have diced tomatoes for my chicken bowl. Now I am using canned diced tomatoes, but you can get Roma tomatoes and go ahead and dice them up. You can even use salsa, which I am already putting salsa in my chicken bowl as well as the diced tomatoes. It just adds a little bit more flavor. Okay, so go ahead and strain out your green beans so that way you can get rid of all the liquid. Go ahead and now, like I said, this is where I add a tiny bit of butter, which was a teaspoon of butter, and then I just go ahead and put that on my green beans. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this. You can either use this is butter, or y'all help me out with the light butter, nothing like butter or something. I don't even use that. I just use the soft margarine. So basically all our food is done. So now it's time for us to go ahead and assemble. So of course you're going to take your 1/4 cup of rice, because that's what the package counts for. And I think the 1/4 cup was like 140 calories. So there's your brown rice, and go ahead and distribute that evenly throughout your bowls. Okay, so I'm doing my lunch, which would be the green beans. I said a potato earlier. I thought I was doing a potato, but some type of carb. So you need a carb, so I guess I must have substitute that for rice. So green beans, rice, and a piece of chicken will go ahead and complete your lunch. Now you can even swap these. You can have this for lunch, for dinner, and have the other one for lunch, or whatever works for you. So here is my finished lunch, which would be the brown rice, green beans, and chicken. Now this is my holy grail. This helped me lose 15 pounds within 10 days just by changing your eating habits. I'm trying to tell you, you can lose weight without even exercising, because in the first week or week and some days, I lost 15 pounds just by changing my eating habits. And actually I walk a lot at work, so that's how it happened for me. But I'm telling you, if you're serious about losing weight, All you have to do is change your eating habits first, and that will give you the push and the motivation to keep going. It was a struggle for me, which I will go ahead and make a whole separate video about my weight loss journey, but this was my first step into taking this journey to try to lose weight. And it was a struggle. The struggle is real. Trust me, I know. So if you're really trying to lose weight, change your eating habits first. Don't just automatically say, okay, I'm just going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go ahead and start working out. You have to stay motivated and to want to lose weight. And the way that happens is to find alternatives to eating. Because if you say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, and then you go have McDonald's or Wendy's afterwards, it's not going to work. Okay, so enough of me rambling. Like I said, I will make a whole separate video about my weight loss journey, because I want to be able to help other plus size, chunkier, heavier, want to lose that extra 15 pounds girls. I want to help someone else out there that was just like me. So enough about that, because I could go on and on and on. So as you can see, I'm putting my diced tomatoes, and I'm using my salsa, and I put that in the bottom just because I don't want the rest of my food to get soggy. So put your wet, start from your wet to your most dry at the top, so that way your food won't be soggy. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pour my corn on top of my salsa and tomatoes. So by the way, I used a half a cup of corn, but always look on the back of your packaging on the canned corn or your frozen corn, whatever you're using, to count your calories. Because like I said, I'm counting my calories as I'm doing this whole weight loss thing. So I'm also using a half a cup of black beans, because that's what it says, that the calories are like 10 calories or 20 calories. I can't exactly remember. I'll try to put everything in the description box down below, so that way you guys will see the total calories for each meal, because I think this meal came in at maybe $4.90, but don't quote me. So I got the beans in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another half a cup of rice. So that's why we cooked all that rice when we were cooking for our lunch earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and chopped up my chicken. Now this is optional. You can leave the whole entire chicken breast together, or you can cut it up. So I also added a little bit of cheddar cheese at the top, which was like a little pinch of cheddar cheese. It was shredded. And then also to add the lettuce on top is optional. You can also put this in one of those smaller like salad dressing containers, so that way you can add it to your food when you're ready. So here is the final product, and this is okay to heat in the microwave. Like I said, that's why I said the cheese and the lettuce is optional. You can just go ahead and cut that, and like I said, if you see the yellow container right here in the bottom right corner, you can put your lettuce in that container, and then once you finish heating up your inspired chipotle chicken bowl, then you can put that on top along with your cheese, and then you have melted gooey cheese on top. So like I said, this was not to starve yourself. This was to eat what you want, but counting the calories of what you're eating. Manage what you're eating. That will make it easier to lose weight, so that way you know what you're putting in your body. You know how many calories you're intaking. You know how many calories you for your intake, and you won't feel like you've ate too much. You'll be eating just enough, and stick to it. For everybody out there that's trying to lose weight, you can do it. Just stick to it. You gotta put your mind to it. So leave any comments below, and I'll see you in my next video.